Hello everyone, we are at Future Foundation Global Booth, FFG, booth 1732, here at CSM Anaheim. And today we are excited to welcome Dr. Nupur Hajela. She is a PT, a neuroscientist, an educator, a secretary of Inspire Swadesh. Dr. Hajela is also the founder and inaugural director of, Center for Digital and Technological Innovation in Healthcare at Fresno State, where she's advocating for healthcare, technology, and workforce development across California's Central Valley. Dr. Hajela, welcome.
Well, thank you, Ben, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. So I gave a bit, review about all the things you did. Is there anything else I missed? Any other awesomeness that you do that you want our audience to hear about?
I think I would say that I'm an educator first, then a clinician, and then a scientist now. And I believe that I'm here to make sure that I pave the way for other leaders.
That is so awesome, Nupur. In that aspect, I guess, I would like to ask you, what is Inspire Swadesh? And Inspire Swadesh is spelled Inspire, the SWADES. And what do you hope to, through this organization, what do you hope to achieve?
So Inspired Swadesh actually was a brainchild of some of my friends who are the leaders in the PT world. I would say Dr. Harsha Deo, Dr. Bhupender Singh, and many others. And I thought that they had this idea that we need to do and give back to the Indian community. And that's why I think this was their brainchild. And what I allowed to do was, as a secretary of Inspire Swadesh, I'm taking it forward. I'm trying to kind of help make sure that we all come together. And the word inspire, as you know, that it's about uplifting others. And the Swadesh word that you may not be aware is about your homeland. So we're trying to do give back to community back home. In many ways that all of us are here, we want to do something that we are not only doing things back home, but we are connecting globally. So I think that's the Inspire Swadesh. It's trying to make a global platform of leaders who want to uplift others in any strata of life.
So, immigrant community of physical therapists moving to another country, hoping to make something different, make change globally, worldwide. I feel like I've seen that somewhere before. I think this is why I invited you. That's why the Filipino PT community and the Indian PT community, which are the two largest IPT markets in the US. I think this is something we have in common. That's why we invited you. So thank you for coming with us.
Yes, and it's a pleasure. And I think I see a lot of synergy between Future Foundation and Inspire Swadesh. I think we can be a force to reckon with. And I feel that we are already contributing a lot to APTA. So I feel that in terms of empowering others, we can take it to another level by making sure that it's inclusive, it's diverse, and it's connecting and with everyone who wants to be part of it.
Thank you. Yes, that was the idea, and I'm glad you are seeing what I am thinking should happen. Now, I do have a bit of a question for you. As an internationally educated PT from India, you've navigated immigration, credentialing, and even just the professional identity in the US. I think Filipino PTs share many of these experiences, sometimes challenges, and but yet you also come from a very different historical and cultural context. From your perspective, what do you think are some of the key commonalities between the Indian and Filipino PT experience? And what do you think there are important differences in preparation, expectations, or career early experiences?
I think the common thing that I see between the two communities is they both they aspire to be more than where they come from. I think they aspire to impact lives which are much more than what they, thought of. So I think those are the kind of common ground between the two communities. I see the challenges in terms of credentialing. I myself have, in terms of many ways, I had to kind of go through those hoops to make sure that, I get to the point where I have the credentials for the state that I was practicing in. And I feel that there is still a lot of disconnect in that regard. And I feel that our communities face those kind of challenges. So I feel that I think if we work together through the advocacy aspect of it, we can create a better platform for these communities.
From a policy-making standpoint, a few years ago, there was a motion in the policy-making body of the APTA called the House of Delegates, where we tried to express that APTA thinks that an equitable and inclusionary process of licensure by endorsement should hopefully be applied to internationally educated PTs as well. And that motion passed overwhelmingly. It was because of the combined work of, guess which two communities?
The Indian.
And the Filipino PT community. So that shows you what we're thinking has actually been done. There's been proof of concept. So again, if I didn't say it back then, thank you so much, Nupur, and to the rest of the DESI caucus for all you did.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Ben. It was a pleasure.
So I guess another question I have, nice, I'm going to pivot a little bit, is you recently became the founder and inaugural director of the Center for Digital and Technological Innovation in Healthcare at Fresno State. Can you share, why it matters and what exactly this effort can do for what's happening in California's Central Valley?
Yeah, so I think I have always been about doing much more than what could help me or my people. In many ways, I want to leave a legacy of good work where future generations can be benefited from that. So I think this idea for the center came from that. I wanted to make sure that the Central Valley, where a lot of rural population resides, have access to care. And I realized that access to care doesn't happen by just talking about access to care. You need a lot of policy changes, you need the change in mindset, and I thought that's what this center will allow to do. So this center would be a hub of education and research. It'll have 5 colleges, so to speak, and we are including College of Health and Human Services, Education, Business, and we are also collaborating with Lyles College of Engineering, because I feel that as a profession and as healthcare sector, we just can't work in silos. We need technologists, we need industrialists, we need policymakers to be part of our story. So I think that's what I'm trying to do in Fresno. I think I have rigged things up, I've made things up in a sense that I'm trying to change the mindset and making sure let's come together, let's work with our strengths and make sure that we can elevate where we are today.
So you're in your home court. This is California. So if people want to learn more about the center, I guess, is there a website? Is there a resource that they can go to so they can learn more? And what is it?
Yeah, so I think we are in the initiation phase. So website is building. I'm working on that. But you can hit me on LinkedIn. I am available. My name is Nupur Hajela, as you said. And I want to connect with people who are interested in digital health, in technology and education. And I feel that I am also want PTs to have a business mindset. I think you can say better on this, having 2 practices that I think we sometimes have a good heart, but we don't know how to sell what we do best. So I believe that the next generation of PTs are ones who are technology savvy, but at the same time business savvy.
That is very good to hear. So thank you for your time. So I've been closing my interviews here at CSM with this particular nugget I have. You may notice that we are in Anaheim. Disneyland is about, 500 meters that away. So the question I've been asking every guest is, if you were a Disney character PT, who would you be and why? I'll give you a second to think about it.
I don't know. Maybe I'll be Mickey Mouse.
Okay, Mickey Mouse. And
yeah.
why Mickey Mouse?
I think it just puts a smile on people's face,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
So
you
I
can.
want to spread joy.
Aww.
Yes.
So now here you have it, Nupur Hajela, also known as Mickey Mouse, and we thank you for spending time with us.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. It was a pleasure.